we can take the confidence knowing that we beat a good team on Friday. We can take that into the next game, knowing that if we do what we're supposed to do, then we can execute and win.
When you take a look at this offense, what was it that allowed you guys to succeed, and how do you keep it going?
We was working on the same string. Everybody was doing what they're supposed to do. Everybody doing their job, and told everybody our offense is going to be deadly if we do what we're supposed to do.
When you take a look at what Bishop Dwenger does, what do you see on tape that they do well, and what are some of the things that you are focusing on this week in practice to counter some of their strengths?
Oh, they're very disciplined. Of course, Dwenger's always disciplined. They always play tough, play physical, so we just got to match the physicality on Friday.
You guys are, with the win over Snyder in week 1, I mean, you guys have probably the toughest schedule in the SAC out of the gate, because it's Snyder, Dwenger, Carroll. Knowing that this is a game that could impact the SAC title chase, especially early in the season, how do you approach a game like this, given the magnitude of it early in the season?
I know it feels like it's a big game, of course, it's Dwenger, but we're just looking at it as another game, another week. We just got to do what we're supposed to do.
In your eyes, what's going to be the biggest key on Friday night for Northside to pull off another win?
Just execute, and that's all you can ever do is execute, do what you're supposed to do what we're coached this week, and hopefully we can come out with a win.
How much are you looking forward to it?
Oh, I'm looking forward to it a lot.
Good deal, my man.
Yep,
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Well, what we can mainly take from that is really the intensity we bring from it. I feel like we were all clicking on both ends of the ball, and everyone brought in together, and everyone was playing together, and it was much more better than it was last year.
Everybody's talking about the offense, but let's talk about the defense first. To hold Snyder to 17 points was impressive. What did you guys do well defensively, and what are some of the things you're going to have to do well defensively this week to counter what Dwenger has, notably, a big offensive line?
Some of the things we did well was everyone was going to the ball. Everyone was flowing well, everyone was clicking well, and everyone filled their gaps in assignments. Flowing to the ball, mainly all hats to the ball. And leading into this week, I feel like we got to be able to hit, because Dwenger's a really big team and they like hitting. So I feel like if we match that and we bring the same stuff that we had last week, we're going to be good.
Let's flip to the other side of the ball now. Offensively, what was it that allowed you guys to kind of hit the ground rolling? And again, what do you have to do well this week to prepare for what Dwenger does? A pretty good defense.
Yeah, I feel we had more confidence this year. I feel like we rely on Deuce a lot, and we feel like Deuce can take us to the promised land. So the offensive line really was clicking, and our receiver corps was just doing an amazing job. So I feel like everyone did their job, but it was mainly just because of Deuce. I mean, Deuce bring the confidence with us and for everyone else.
When you look at the SAC picture, I know it's early, it's week 2, but you guys have a gauntlet at the beginning when you've got Snyder, Dwenger, Carroll back to back. A win against Snyder puts you in the conversation, but a win this week would put you at the top of the list. So how do you approach this week, knowing the magnitude of the game, what it could mean, long term for this team at the end of the season if you want to ring the victory bell?
Well, you really got to approach this game with a better mindset than last week. You got to think, better steps ahead. You got to think on improving. So on the things that we did mess up on, we're going to tone that up in practice. But I feel like we got to be better than we were last week for sure.
Final question: what are you most looking forward to about this? Because this is our game of the week. This is the game.
Yeah.
You raised the stakes last week, and now they get even higher when you keep winning like this.
Mainly, I'm just looking for a win. I want the team to win. I want us to come out, and I want us to do what we got to do. I want to win.
Perfect, my man.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
The main focus week 1 was that Northside plays Northside, so we just want to continue that mentality because at the end of the day, we're our own, worst enemy. So, Dwenger's going to force us to be disciplined and be sound. So, that is going to, force us to just focus on the little things here.
What was it defensively? Because everybody wants to talk about the offense right now, but you held Snyder to 17 points. What did you guys do well defensively? What are some of the things you're looking to carry over and also counter what Dwenger does well on their offense?
I think the beauty of Snyder and Dwenger is typically, they're a powerhouse team. They love to run the ball. So, we just tried to just be aggressive, and stopping the run and just kind of making them one-dimensional. And I think we did a good job of just being aggressive versus Snyder last week.
Offensively, what was it that allowed you guys to really hit the ground running? Because 47 points against the Snyder defense, that's pretty darn impressive.
I think just momentum. Obviously we had the first touchdown, and then from there, I think Deuce just kind of got into a rhythm. Receivers were catching balls, and then, from there, I think guys just kind of hit flow.
As far as this team goes, how do you make sure, and I imagine this was your message to the guys after the game, how do you make sure that you're not satisfied with a week 1 win, with a win like that against Snyder, that there is, a bigger picture out there that you guys can move even more closer to with a win this week?
I think experience has definitely taught us. 2 years ago, we upset at Bishop Lures. And, every day the media was here. One coach, coach of the week. Everybody was here just every day. And it kind of just took our focus away from our next opponent. We're just kind of having that experience already and now understanding, okay, we're coming off a big win. I understand the media will be here every day. That now I know how to kind of navigate throughout that. For example, today I got all you guys coming today. That way the rest of the week we can just practice.
For you guys, what are the biggest focal points this week during practice? Not only on the football field, but mentally, as you get ready for it's going to be. I imagine it's going to be everybody's game of the week, but it'll be our game of the week as well.
Just keeping the main thing. There's right now Northside's receiving a lot of publicity, a lot of notoriety, far as now being the number 8 ranked team in 5A. Or, upsetting Snyder when we're underdogs. We just want to keep the underdog mentality and just continue to grind with our head down.
All right. Anything else you'd like to add?
Not at all. Go Legends.